1039 KGRT, Michael Ray, and Holy Water.
Time now for your question of the day. Brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Markets of Las Cruces. Fresh produce, bread, meat, honey, food trucks, handmade art, music, and more. Every Saturday and Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. downtown Las Cruces.
That's right. It is time for our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. Wednesday morning's coming up. Tomorrow morning, good chance to walk around the downtown, area. Maybe grab a snack or two. That's what I do every time I go down to the Farmers and Crafts Market. Anyway, today's question of the day, because Informed New York says that skibbity, tradwife, and delulu, among a bunch of other words, have been added to the Cambridge Dictionary. That's right. Cambridge Dictionary has updated themselves, and they've added a whole bunch of new terms. And if you were wondering what do those mean, well, it's a good thing we have the dictionary, because skibbity describes a dance move. I don't. Cambridge check on that one. Tradwife is a term for women promoting traditional gender roles, and delulu denotes people who are just somewhat delusional. That one I understand. Okay, I definitely understand that one. The additions are reflecting the evolving nature of language influenced by digital culture. There's a few other ones in there that are pretty interesting, shall we say. I really need to take a look at that skibbity one. But anyway, that basically brings us to language, the joy of language, and what our words mean, and different slang terms, different things that are out there right now, or even in the past. So I ask you this question today. Is there a slang term or word that you just can't stand? You don't like it, or maybe you just don't understand what it is? Maybe we can all help each other out and, figure out what these things mean. And I never thought I would get to the point where I need an adult to, youth translator type of thing. But, it's out there, yeah. So, our question of the day, is there a slang term or word that you can't stand or that you just don't understand? Go ahead and let me know your answers. 575-523-KGRT is the number. That is 575-523-5478. And, of course, we are live on our social media pages, YouTube, Facebook. Go ahead and leave your comments there as well. For our question of the day today, is there a slang term or word that you cannot stand or maybe you just don't understand? Yeah, that is our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. Okay, those are good, and we are strictly on our social media pages right now. We are live, and I'm looking for answers for our question of the day today because, language and words mean a lot of things. Sometimes we don't know what that meaning is, and basically because we are unfamiliar with some of the slang terms, and sometimes, you just don't like that word. I'm going to be honest with you right now. The whole skibbity thing, don't like it. I don't like it. And most of it is because I'm not sure exactly what it means. I've heard different things and different sayings, but I don't get it. I will tell you this. If you ever, there's a guy on YouTube. His name is Xiaoma. Basically, it's a Chinese name, but he is a language, nerd, geek. I don't know what it is. He knows dozens and dozens of languages, and one of his things that he likes to do is go to restaurants or go to places and order things or talk to them in their own language. He started off with Chinese because he actually studied Chinese in China, Beijing, and it was pretty cool. But he actually did a speech at a communication school of all places, and he did it in the language of our, not even Gen Z, Gen Alpha, I think it is, that they gave that language in. And yes, it did have subtitles, so I was able to understand everything that was in there. But there's a lot of things that I finally reached that age where I just don't get some of these things. I know that just means I'm old. That's fine. But, it doesn't matter because at any time in history, there are always some words that were used that were started off as slang terms. Eventually, they made it into dictionaries, and that's how language evolves. I have no problem with that evolution. I just wonder if I'm just going to be able to understand. If anything, we need like an emoji dictionary so I can figure out how many of these emojis and what exactly they mean. But never mind. That's just me. My question is for you today, and that is there a slang term or word that you can't stand, or maybe you just don't understand? We can help each other out. Let me know your answers. Call them in, text them in at 575-523-5478. And of course, you can leave your comments down below. Just got a text message this morning that said fiduciary. Yes, fiduciary. It's in the dictionary. I would say it has something to do with finances, and that would be as far as my knowledge goes on that one. But let me know your answers. Once again, call them in, text them in, 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. And, of course, leave your comments down below. Somebody just sent me a text message on my phone. Oh, yeah, it's a whole other conversation. So let's go ahead and see what's going on in and around the world today. Let's see. Chiefs stars Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes apparently going to open up a new steakhouse, 1587 Prime. On September 17th, the Kansas City restaurant will offer a mind-blowing menu. High end, of course. Yeah, I kind of figured on that one. How about a little something on the lower end of lunch? Campbell's soup and Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. Believe it or not, this is the collaboration that you've been waiting for. The beer-infused soup will combine classic Campbell's flavors with the taste of PBR. Yeah. Flavors include beer cheese with potatoes and chorizo. For some reason, that sounds good. And beef bacon and beer chili with beans. Once again, for some reason, that sounds good. No idea on the alcohol content, if any. They probably cook all that up. Let's see. Sushi Club and Nike Air Force One low sneaker is going to be released this fall. That ought to be interesting. A woman recently purchased a 60-year-old sealed cereal boxes from a nuclear bunker. She paid $75 and then sold the boxes for $25,000 because they contained, get this, Mickey Mantle baseball cards. Some people can get their hands on those. And Skittles has launched a new spicy treat called Gummies Fuego. Yes, it combines sweet and spicy flavors in one bite. So if you were always waiting for those Skittles with a little bit of a kick, there you go. Yeah. Once again, we are looking for answers for our question of the day today. And that is there a slang term or a word that you can't stand or just don't understand? There's a little bit of a language barrier these days with, Gen Alpha and, well, just about everybody else, I imagine. So go ahead and let me know your answers for our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces.